What are the most common nutrient deficiencies with GLP-1 medications? I'm Dr. David Morris with Magnolia Medical Center. We are a root cause functional medical clinic. We do everything we can in our office to help people improve their health without the use of drugs and surgeries. So this is a topic that we hear a lot of because people sometimes want to know, what do I think of GLP-1 medications? Look, I'm not here to tell you what to take or not to take. I'm here to try to give you information about your health. The biggest problem that I see with GLP-1 medications is people do not change their habits, and they're using this medication as a crutch without changing habits, okay? But that's not what we're here to talk about today. I do want to talk about nutrient deficiencies that do show up if people are not mindful of what they're eating and what they're consuming while on these medications. So the number one thing, by far, this is the most common nutrient deficiency that we see in our office from people who have taken GLP-1 medications. And that nutrient, that fundamental nutrient that we all need, is protein, okay? So why do they have a protein deficiency? Why are they deficient in protein if they're taking GLP-1 medication? Look, these medications significantly reduce your appetite, okay? And since protein keeps you satiated or not hungry longer, what ends up happening is people eat less protein. It's the most important nutrient you're gonna need to maintain your muscle mass if you're on any type of weight loss journey. No matter whether it's a GLP-1 weight loss or whether you're on keto or what, it doesn't matter what you're on. If you're not consuming enough protein, you're going to lose muscle mass, okay? And GLP-1 medications reduce some people's appetite so much they don't want to eat at all. But eating heavy protein that's going to sit in your stomach a long time is the thing that's going to reduce people's appetite more than anything else. And so people try to avoid those things. So they stop eating stuff that is high in protein, whether it's eggs, steak, chicken, fish, or even plant-based forms of protein. Those things are really high protein. Those are the meals you need the most while you're on a weight loss journey to maintain your muscle mass. Another nutrient that people can become deficient in is calcium, okay? So, and again, it depends on your diet when you're eating, but calcium is a common deficiency on GLP-1. You need calcium for your nerves, you need calcium for your muscles, your body needs calcium. I am not advising somebody to go take a bunch of calcium supplements if you're on a GLP-1 medication. It's better if you can to find sources of calcium from food. If you do have to take a supplement, don't feel like you have to load up on it. You just need enough to keep your body going. And again, it's just something that people can become deficient in. Vitamin D is a big one, okay? The vast majority of people in the United States are already deficient in vitamin D. It's rare, and I mean rare, that we do blood work on somebody and they're a new patient to us and we look at their vitamin D. It is extremely rare that their vitamin D is in a healthy range. So, and that's for anybody. Now, why would people on GLP-1 medications be deficient in vitamin D? One of the reasons is because the vitamin D that we are getting in the United States, most Americans are getting that vitamin D, even though it's not enough, they are getting it from a food source, okay? Be it some dairy, red meat, something like this. They're getting their vitamin D from food. And again, it's usually not enough, but that's where they're getting it from. Now we reduce somebody's appetite, we reduce their intake, and what ends up happening is they become more and more deficient. So I'm a big fan, big fan of people taking vitamin D3 supplement, okay? Most people are deficient in this. You can get vitamin D if you do the right things without taking a supplement. You can get vitamin D from going outside and being in the sun. So literally, depending on where you are on the face of our planet, like literally from a longitude, latitude standpoint, that can impact how much the sun is going to generate vitamin D in your skin. Okay, so there's a lot of factors on why we may not get enough vitamin D, but in our culture, we spend time inside more than anything. We're not outside a lot. We're not getting enough vitamin D from our food. We become vitamin D deficient. That's why I'm a big fan of supplementing with vitamin D in general, D3. The last thing I wanted to cover as far as deficiencies go is B vitamins, okay? Again, you can get B vitamins from your food, but if you look at the Krebs cycle, we'll put that up on the screen here. I don't want to give anybody who's studied the Krebs cycle in the past, I apologize. I might be giving you PTSD here from looking at this biochemistry. Nobody likes studying the Krebs cycle, but you can see if you study this that you need B vitamins in order to generate energy. A common thing that happens for people when they're on GLP-1 medications is their energy drops. Part of that is because their caloric intake is lower than they're used to and their body has to adapt. But another component to that is our bodies can become deficient in B vitamins. Part of that's because of what the medication is doing to our stomach emptying and even the production of acid and things like that in our stomach. But part of it's because you're just not consuming the foods that contain those B vitamins, and those B vitamins help us produce energy. So those are the most common. We talked about protein, talked about calcium, we talked about vitamin D, and we talked about B vitamins. Those are the most common vitamin deficiencies that somebody can get from GLP-1. If you're not going to find a good source of those things from food while you're taking those medication, you're going to need to supplement your body with those things so you don't become deficient in nutrients. And I say that from a vitamin standpoint. You can't supplement your body with protein. You've got to consume protein, okay? If you're finding you can't consume enough protein, and I don't know you personally, so please don't slaughter me in the comments on this, but let's say somewhere between 80 and 100 and something grams of protein in a day. Obviously, your height, your weight, all those things factor into it. So I'm just letting you know, you need a lot of protein if you're on a weight loss journey, whether it's GLP-1 medications or not. So if you can't get protein, you just can't stomach on all those medications, you can take an amino acid supplement. But again, you've got to provide your body with enough that it can keep your muscle mass going. I'm Dr. Dave Morse at Magnolia Medical Center. Please do me a favor, hit the subscribe button. Also hit that like button right there. And don't forget to leave some comments. Love to know what you think on this subject. Thanks for watching.